We have so many AI news stories to cover today. Let's jump right in. The first story is Elon Musk's prediction for AGI. Elon Musk hasn't been known for being the most accurate when it comes to timelines and predictions, but a lot of people seem to think this is the general timeline for AGI.
Say 2026 at the latest for AGI.
So what do you think? You think that's accurate? 2026 at the latest? Let me know in the comments. So moving on from Elon's prediction, we're going to be moving to humanoid robots now. Brett Adcock, the CEO of Figure Robotics, has released a new video update, and it is stunning. These are Figure.2 robots working in the BMW factory, and they have sped up their movement and accuracy greatly. According to Brett, Figure.2 is now an autonomous fleet, 400% faster with 7 times higher success rate. So check this out. This is the Figure robot working in an actual factory. In BMW's factory, that is. So here we can see the exact movements between all 3 of these robots. I think they look really, really cool. Obviously, this one is sped up, but these are robots in the field working right now. And it's clear that they've really been able to speed up the robots. There's not only a physical limit in how fast these robots can run based on the hardware that they're using, the actuators and so on, but there's also a safety limit because if they're moving too fast, any mistake is going to be very costly. I think this is so cool. I've said it before. I cannot wait to have a humanoid robot in my house doing different chores for me, helping me throughout the house. I am ready for that future. Quickly, I just want to mention that we're doing another giveaway. We are giving away this Dell 34-inch ultra sharp monitor, and it is phenomenal. Dell and NVIDIA have provided this to us, and now I'm going to give it away to you. All you have to do is subscribe to the Forward Future newsletter, go through the giveaway link down below, subscribe, and you have a chance to win. It is North America only for this giveaway, but we may change that in the future for future giveaways. So if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest AI news, if you want to get deep dives on AI topics and really just stay ahead of everything trending, definitely check out the Forward Future newsletter, and now you have an even better reason to subscribe. Next, from robots now to text-to-image models, Black Forest Lab has released some new tools for us. Here's Black Forest Lab's post. We are excited to release Flux.1 tools, a suite of models designed to add control and steerability to our base text-to-image model Flux.1, enabling the modification and recreation of real and generated images. So this means you're going to be able to edit images rather than just create images from scratch with their new toolset. And remember, Flux is open source, so you can download it, you can play around with it on your computer, and you can also find it powering a lot of different model providers' text-to-image capabilities, such as Mistral uses Flux, and I believe Grok uses Flux as well. The first tool they're releasing is Flux.1 Fill, state-of-the-art in-painting and out-painting models, enabling editing and expansion of real and generated images given a text description and a binary mask. Here's another example of it. So you just have this small image of somebody's eye, and then we can expand it out to get their whole face. Next, they have Flux.1 Depth. Models trained to enable structural guidance based on a depth map extracted from an input image and a text prompt. So you can actually extract the depth, as seen here, from images. They have Flux.1 Canny, models trained to enable structural guidance based on canny edges extracted from an input image and a text prompt. So you can see all of the edges of the cat's face, the outfit it's wearing, everything. And then last, Flux.1 Redux, an adapter that allows mixing and recreating input images and text prompts. So here we have this original cartoon-like duck, then we have it as a fine glass sculpture on a shelf, a simple 3D model, an actual duck on a desk, and an epic anime art flying through clouds. Really, really cool. I haven't really done a full Flux tutorial. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. All of this is open source and available on Hugging Face right now. Next, from text to image, let's move back to large language models. Qwen has been on a tear recently, and now they have extended their context window to 1 million tokens. And not only that, they have greatly increased the inference speed on those million tokens. And today they've announced Qwen 2.5 Turbo. They've expanded from 128K to 1 million token context window, which is about 1 million English words. And it achieves a 100% accuracy on finding information from those million tokens. And inference speed on those million tokens dropped from about 5 minutes all the way down to 68 seconds, which is a 4.3x speed up. And it's staying at the same cost. So you get all of that additional functionality, same cost. Now from text to speech, ElevenLabs now allows you to create conversational agents. As a reminder, ElevenLabs allows you to clone voices, create voices, all with AI. According to this TechCrunch article, the company announced that users can now build complete conversational agents on ElevenLabs developer platform with customizable variables such as tone of voice and response length. Users can add their own knowledge base like a file URL or text block to power the conversational bot. Plus, they can integrate their own custom LLM into the bot. So definitely something fun to play around with. You can probably recreate advanced voice mode from ChatGPT pretty easily, powering it with an LLM plus the ElevenLabs new bot. So definitely check that out. Next, it looks like the company behind Pokemon Go, the hyper popular game for the last decade plus, is using all of that data that it collected from its users and has published a geospatial AI model. Now, likely Pokemon Go players did not realize that they were going to be doing that, but that's kind of the cost you pay to play the game. So according to this article in The Verge, scans of the world from Pokemon Go and Ingress are the backbone of Niantic's AI model, which aims to navigate the world like ChatGPT spits out text. Now, there are only a few geospatial models, and Tesla is one of the leading companies because they have all of that video data from all of their automobiles. But of course, now that everybody's been taking pictures and video with Pokemon Go, the company behind that game, Niantic, has all of that data to train a model on. According to Niantic's blog post, over the past 5 years, Niantic has focused on building our visual positioning system, which uses a single image from a phone to determine its position and orientation using a 3D map built from people scanning interesting locations in our games and Scaniverse. So what do you think they're actually going to do with all of that data? I'm not sure. Likely sell it, but who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think. Next, Suno V4 is here. So according to their blog post, V4 is here. We're super excited to introduce V4, enabling you to make any song you can imagine with better audio, sharper lyrics, and more dynamic song structures. Try it now on Suno.com. Here are some new features powered by V4. Remaster, upgrade your tracks in V4 quality. Lyrics, creative, higher quality lyrics for your songwriting. Cover art, fresh designs to complement your music's vibes. Let's take a look at this video.
Father, how have you been? Did you love his name? What's it been? 2 decades. I just wanna know what kind of thoughts you got inside. Do you ever wish you stayed?
Honestly, that could be any current pop song. That kind of sounds like a Billie Eilish song. So really cool. I know on this channel, I don't really play around with music generation much. It's just not something I'm super into, but I do find it really interesting nonetheless. I know Matt VidPro AI did a whole test of it, so definitely check that out on his channel. All right, next, Gemini is getting an update. One thing that was desperately missing from the Gemini model was its ability to remember things. Now, if you think about ChatGPT, when you're having a conversation with it, it picks out important things to remember about you that will inform future conversations and make them more relevant to you. But now, Gemini can do the same thing. So as you're having a conversation with it, it will pick out memories to create based on your context and based on what it thinks will be relevant in the future. According to their post, rolling out starting today, you can ask Gemini Advanced to remember your interests and preferences for more helpful, relevant responses. Easily view, edit, or delete any information you've shared and see when it's used. And as a quick reminder, we just covered Gemini because they topped the leaderboards on the LMSys leaderboards. So apparently they are making huge strides in quality and feature sets. So great job to Google with Gemini. And the next one's a quick update. ChatGPT can't be left out. Here's another feature update from OpenAI. If you're using ChatGPT on desktop, you now have advanced voice mode, which small update, but very welcome. I don't use advanced voice mode that much. I've actually found it to be quite buggy and it repeats itself, but it's fun to use every once in a while. But don't get me wrong, I use ChatGPT and Perplexity every day, all day. So small update there, good job. Next, we finally have an open source thinking model. And by thinking, I mean test time compute. That means that this model can think and take its time and do reflection and chain of thought and then give you the best answer possible. And again, like I said, it's all open source, it's all free, and it's by DeepSeek. I already made a full video about it, so I'm not going to go too deep into this, but an open source thinking model, yes, all day. Yes, please. You could play around with it for free right now, but you can't quite download it yet. They said it's coming soon. Next, moving on from LLMs, we now have a major update from Google DeepMind. They have released Alpha Qubit, which is a way to predict errors in quantum computing, which is kind of insane to think about. I actually wrote an entire tweet thread about this. I'll drop the link down below. The gist is one of the biggest hurdles in using quantum computing for real-world applications is that they're very sensitive. Even the slightest bit of noise will make them error. But if we can predict those errors with accuracy, we can obviously avoid them or at least account for them. And that is what Alpha Qubit promises to do. It is using artificial intelligence to predict the errors inside of quantum computers. So this might be that last unlock necessary to see quantum computers in everyday life. And of course, there are a lot of consequences that come from unlocking quantum computers and actually being able to use them in real world applications. I haven't touched much on quantum in this channel because it doesn't always overlap with artificial intelligence, but it is fascinating to me. And in fact, I'm going to be doing an interview with the head of the quantum department at IBM. And so IBM is one of those companies that has been on the forefront of quantum computers with Google. So that interview should drop in the next few weeks. Definitely check it out. And now from quantum to GPT-4o, a major update. This is very welcome. I think people don't appreciate how good this is going to be. GPT-4o got a big update. Now it is going to be much better at writing. According to their post, the model's creative writing ability has leveled up, more natural, engaging, and tailored writing to improve relevance and readability. It's also better at working with uploaded files, providing deeper insights and more thorough responses. One of the biggest gripes I've always had about large language models is they don't write very well. It's usually very boring and they use a lot of fluff words. And actually Matt Schlitt responded with excited to delve in because seemingly every single large language model used the word delve. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. They're very repetitive, very boring, and now I'm excited to test this out. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.